everyone, welcome back to Filled with Joy. I'm Rebekah Joy, a self-development coach, your favorite motivator, and I'm so excited to get into today's video. But before we get into it, I just want to remind you, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe down below, because I do not want you to miss out on any single video that could literally change your life. And I have new videos coming out for you every single week, so make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I also want to let you know that I always have personalized one-on-one sessions available, and I do have coaching spots available right now. So if this message rocks your world in any way and you're like, what would my experience be like working with Rebekah and getting personalized attention, go ahead and check out all the information that I have down below. Okay, let's get into today's message. So this is one that truly just really hits home for me, and I want to talk about support. So for you, sweet, sweet soul, watching this video right now, I have this feeling that you are continuously trying to do everything on your own. You're like, no, I got it, I can handle it, I'm capable of doing it. But I want to ask you something. Where has that energy gotten you? Seriously, like throughout this transformation, you know, this process of becoming, this process of unbecoming everything that we're not and truly stepping into the highest version of ourselves, right? Our highest good. That person that we see in our mind that we know, you're like, I have wanted to become this person my whole life, okay? We need to continuously ask ourselves the hard questions. You doing every single thing in your life on your own, where is that getting you? Is that getting you the results that you want? If the answer is no, it's not, then I'm so glad that you came across this message today, because support is something that I am very fortunate to have received throughout my whole personal development journey, okay? I have struggled in more ways than one. I've struggled with body image in the past. I've struggled with my skin for years. I've struggled financially. I've struggled in relationships. I've struggled in so many different ways. But I had to realize that me doing everything on my own was only getting myself to this certain point. And it's like, you know when you just can't go any further? It's like maybe you're training to run a marathon or something, and you're like, you get to this point in your training where you're like, I just can't go anymore, my legs just give out. Or you're training for a fitness competition or just something, right? Where you're like, I have kind of hit my threshold here and I can't give anything else. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because you're not meant to be doing everything on your own. It's because you are closing yourself off to the support that could literally change everything that you need in order for you to get to that thing or to get to your destination. Like, I want to give you a personal example here. So I want to say about 4 years ago, I got off the birth control pill, okay? And it was something that I was on for almost a decade, a very, very long time. I got off of the pill and I started to develop horrible cystic acne. I have never dealt with any type of acne in my life, so this was new to me. And when you're looking at yourself in the mirror every single day and you don't recognize the person that you are looking back at because all of a sudden you're having to deal with something that you've never dealt with before, it can be so jarring. So I was like, screw this shit. I'm not dealing with this. And I was also dealing with bloating and just, I could tell internally, like my intuition was screaming at me that something was off. So at the time, a friend of mine was actually going through a very similar experience, and she started to work with a naturopath. And she was telling me how much this naturopath was changing her life and her lifestyle, and she just felt so much better. And I was like, you know what? I think I want to look into this. Now, being a Virgo sun, I'm very much so attuned to my body and health and wellness. I've always known that taking care of myself allows me to generate more radiance and abundance in my life. Like if I don't feel good, good things are just not going to happen for me. So I knew that something desperately needed to change. So I started to work with a naturopath. And just so much about my skin changed, so much about like my body and the way that I felt changed, inflammation in my body, my gut. I was on like parasite cleanses, like all these things, right? And I've been working with my naturopath for well over 4 years, okay? I trust the women that I work with with literally everything, okay? And they've gotten me so far in my own personal development journey. And this is someone who's done so much self-work over the past decade, okay? But through working with a naturopath, I really learned how to learn about my body and like trust in my body and what my body was telling me. But even throughout those 4 years, my skin still dealt with weeks where it just didn't look good, and I was still dealing with inflammation in my skin and all this stuff. And so I kind of got to this point at the end of last year, back in December of 2024, and I was like, listen, I'm over here on my hands and knees, like having this conversation with God after a few months of having probably what was the biggest ego death of my life. If you are pre-Saturn return or like in your Saturn return, you know what I'm talking about. But it was rough. It was rough from basically like September to December of last year. I did not feel like I even like looked like myself, and I was just, it was a lot, okay? And so my skin, even though it had come so far working with this naturopath for 4 years, it still dealt with a lot of inflammation. I just like knew that, okay, I am doing everything that I possibly can to nourish my body. But I just knew, I was like, I don't think that this is like a body thing, because I'm eating all the right things. I've cut out all of the shit that used to really cause me inflammation in my body. So I knew that there was something else that I really needed to explore. And I came into this year of January of 2025 and was like, I want really big external changes. I have done so much internal work throughout the span of my whole 20s basically, that I am now deserving of changing these things externally on the outside if it's going to make me feel more in my power. So I was on my hands and knees praying. I was like, I want a lot of things, God, but above all else, I just want clear skin. And I'm not making this shit up. Literally probably about a week and a half later, I found my esthetician who is an acne expert, and I have never in my life experienced such drastic changes in such a short amount of time. In like less than 6 weeks, my skin has never been this calm in my entire life. Like the inflammation went down, my scarring went down, the breakouts that I was having, even if I were to eat gluten or dairy, things that I don't eat on the norm, my skin just felt so much calmer. And I'm sharing this personal story with you because I was that girl that was like, I'm gonna figure it out. Like, listen, like I've been working with a naturopath for 4 years and I'm doing all the right stuff. I'm doing the workouts. I'm sweating out the toxins in my body. I'm taking care of myself. But I just was so ignorant. And I was like, I have to figure this out on my own. And the minute that I surrendered and was like, listen, I have tried it all. And clearly what I'm doing is not getting me to the destination that I know is possible for me. I always knew that it was possible for me to have clear skin. Why did I know that? Because people around me have clear skin, okay? And I know them. I'm not just talking about like the Instagram baddies that just like Facetune every photo. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about my friends. I'm talking about my clients. I'm talking about people that I meet in everyday life. I'm looking at them and I'm like, if they have it, I can have it too. And so, yes, I still deal with, you know, some skin issues here and there, but for the most part, like, my skin has never looked like this in my entire life. And I'm sharing this story with you because I just want to remind you of the power of getting aligned support. I am the biggest advocate for watching the YouTube videos just like this one and reading the books and, you know, doing everything that you can possibly do. But when I have experienced true quantum leaps in my life, whether that's something physical, something spiritual, emotional, relationship-wise, money-wise, anything in my life, it has always been because I am in aligned partnership with someone. And to me, that aligned partnership is aligned support. Okay, I am a very confident woman. I have worked on my confidence for years and years and years. But there's something that people don't necessarily talk about when it comes to confidence, okay? Most people think confidence is, I got it, I can handle it, I can do it all on my own. It's this very much so like individual type of energy. If they see a confident person, it's like, oh, she doesn't need anyone. Now, not to say that that's wrong, because yes, I'm very capable of doing a lot of things on my own, but do I want to do them on my own? No, because I am now smart enough, because I am all about working smarter and not working harder if I let someone come on in, okay, into my little universe here, okay, and I allow them to help me, okay? I allow myself to be in partnership with them. I know that I'm going to get to where I want to go so much quicker, so much faster, and the process is going to be so much easier for me. You are burning yourself out. Like a candle that has like this much wax left until it hits you know, the bottom of the jar. That's you. You're burning yourself out. Don't you want to sit here and be like, no, I actually want to get to the destination that I have in my mind. Like, if you want clear skin, if you want to hit a monetary goal, if you want to be in a relationship, if you want to change anything about your life, know that that will come from aligned support. I have worked with personal trainers, I've had a naturopath, a chiropractor, plenty of coaches and spiritual advisors and mentors, and I don't say this lightly because I have been able to experience quantum leaps in my life because I have these people in my corner. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what support do I currently have in my life, okay? Is it a mentor? Is it a coach? Are you working with a personal trainer, a nutritionist? Do you have a therapist? Do you have some type of like business mentor? Do you have a career coach? Whatever it is, I want you to think about someone, or maybe it's multiple people if you're lucky in your life, that genuinely support you in your journey, okay? Not just like, oh yeah, my boyfriend supports me. Like, no, this has to be like someone who's ride or die for you and your dreams and your visions, okay? Now, I want you to ask yourself, is this aligned support? Is this support getting me closer to that goal? Is that support getting me closer to this dream? Is this support getting me closer to this desired reality that I want to live? Okay? Because if it's not, you can change that at any point in given time. You can release the support that's not actually support for you because it may just be holding you back. You can change courses at any time. You can pivot at any time, but just know that when you get the right support, you are going to be able to get to where you want to go so much quicker with that support, with that person who is in your corner. This is why I love being a coach so much. And I have so many women. I don't only work with women, but especially the women are like, thank God that I finally allowed myself to get some support. I'm like, hello, because we are not meant to do things alone. And also, I think about it like, why would I not want to get support from the people that have what I have or have what I don't have? You know what I'm saying? Like, my acne specialist has the clearest skin I've ever seen in my life. Why would I not work with her? Because I'm ignorant and I can keep on convincing myself like, oh, this one product is going to change my life. Oh, this one superfood is going to change my life. Why would I just, like, why wouldn't I go straight to the source and get help and aligned support straight from the source? You know what I'm saying? Like, my coach that I work with is a very soulfully aligned person. We live very different lives, but I was attracted to her because every single move that she makes in life is so aligned to who she is as a person. That is what I want to be. I want to be this authentic ass being that people come in my universe and they come in my space, and maybe at first they're like, I want to be just like her, but then they realize I'm actually teaching you the power of being your most truthful, authentic self. That's what this is all about. Do not be afraid of asking for help and asking for support. You gotta put your armor down. You gotta put your ego to the side, because the ego is gonna continuously tell you, nope, you can do it all on your own, okay? But it's like the inspiring quotes that you see on Pinterest or Instagram, or your, you know, fake dietitian that you see scrolling on TikTok, like, do they have the answers that you actually seek? Maybe for a second, maybe for a few minutes, you'll be super inspired and you're like, okay, I'm gonna now like sign up for this marathon that I've always wanted to run, or I'm finally gonna get the courage to move out of my hometown, or I'm gonna break up with my partner who I've been with for 4 years because I know in my heart and soul that this is not the person that I am worth. This is not the person that I genuinely want to build a family with. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's where the subtle confidence comes in. Okay, if we think about a partnership, for instance, there's two people in a partnership, in a romantic partnership here, okay, in a relationship, okay? you have to be confident in yourself and in what you provide and in what you bring to the table. Now, you don't need to go into a relationship like, this is exactly what I do and this is exactly what I expect from you. No, but what makes a solid, like, stable relationship? It's people who are confident in who they are as individuals, and they're not just like sucking the light out of the other person, because we all know that those relationships they do not work out in the long run, okay? But there is this element of confidence when you come into a business partnership or a new contract or some type of transaction or something. It's like, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna do the work as long as you do so too. Every single person in my life, whether it's romantic, platonic, business, spiritual, it's very mutual in the sense of like, you show up and do your thing, I'm gonna show up and do my thing, and because of that energy, we are going to support and align one another, okay? With every single one of my clients, I'm like, listen, magical things are going to happen to you in this coaching container. I have never coached a client where these out of body, out of like, I never thought that this could happen thing doesn't happen. It just, that's what happens in this work, okay? But I tell my clients up front, I'm like, this is because you are willing to put in the work, okay? I'm the guide. I'm the mirror to your power. I am a friend. I am helping you and guiding you along this process. But the beauty and the magic and the miracles that come of this is because of you, because you decided, I want to be in partnership with you, Rebekah, and I'm willing, ready, and able to put in the work, okay? So it is a two-way partnership. They could have easily been like, you know, Rebekah, I can reach this monetary goal on my own, or like, I don't need you. But just think about it. When someone comes into your life and offers you that aligned support, or something sparks within you, maybe you're reading a book and you're like, you know what, I would really love to learn from this person, or you meet someone and you're like, oh my God, I don't know why, but I now have interest in this person, or I'm now interested in learning about this one subject that maybe, you know, transforms your entire life, and you now are ready to finally step out of your soul-sucking job and you're ready to put yourself in a world of opportunity in your career, and then your dream career comes out of it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be able to surrender, and you have to be able to sit back and say, you know what? It's okay that you didn't get here alone. Like, who actually gets to where they want to go alone? I want you to think about it, because I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I just really don't know of many people who have done every single little thing alone. Not to say that you cannot do things alone, but especially as a woman, I'm like, sure, there are a lot of things that I could do, but just because I can do them doesn't necessarily mean that I want them. So I'm now so proud of saying, I work with this person for this, I work with this person for that, I work with that person for that, okay? And all of these people have helped me like create this person that I'm so damn proud of, that sees myself as being so successful, and I'm so confident, and I have the skin that I want, and I have the body that I want, and I have the mind that I want, and I'm living a life that I want because I'm getting support from the right people. So I hope that if you are watching this video and you are in desperate need of support in your life, just know that you are worthy of receiving that aligned support. Just, you have to open yourself up to it. You have to be willing to let go of the reins. You have to surrender and pray for aligned support. I always do that. If I really, really want something, I'm like, please bring the best person across my path, or please bring, I don't know, the best possible outcome across my path. Because you need to remember that you are always in partnership with the universe. You are always co-creating. You are never doing anything alone, and you are never alone. It's all about opening up yourself to attracting that aligned support in your life. So thank you for watching today's episode of Filled with Joy. Again, my name is Rebekah Joy, and I'm so happy to be sharing these messages with you. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and I will see you next week. Have the best day.